Retro Collectibles, it's Joe. What can I do to help you eliminate the issues you're having with the Centennial Night Scalper? To help make yours and other collectors' toy hunting experiences at Wally a more positive one.
Well, Joel, let's see. Customer incentives that are supposed to get customers into the store, such as chases, action figures. Well, she doesn't touch action figures, but chases, super treasure hunts, stuff like that is all meant to entice collectors into the store. They're called customer incentives. If you take the incentives away from the store before they can actually get to the public or the customers, less enticing to get them in. She brings stuff out of the store, like picks all the good stuff for profit for herself before the store even opens, then goes through the till right at 7 a.m. as collectors are coming in the doors as they're opening, because she's already stripped the stuff at 6:30. So that way virtually no collectors have a chance of getting anything. She's getting all the stuff with her Walmart discount, and on top of it she's making a fortune. So I would say permanent vacation.
Okay, you want Centennial Night Scalper fired. Okay, consider it done. Now, I heard someone made a 1 of 6 scale 66 Batmobile retro, but I call BS. It's not possible. It would be huge. Show me one if it exists.
Oh, it exists, and I'm going to show you that later on in the video. I have a little video of one, but right now we got a real classic and a flag box we got to get into. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so this next car is one that I'm looking forward to. It's not a need of mine. It's definitely not a car I need. It's a car that I want in my collection, okay? It's not the best of the best, but it's got value because of what it is, and I will explain all of that. Check this out. Now you guys know I already have one of these guys here. I always say the best 1 of 18 scale General Lee, look for this symbol, okay? Best of the best. But I would love one of these originals like this in the flag box. Box would have to be in killer shape, of course, plastic. One just like this I would take that Glenn just got. We're going to be de-strapping that guy today and having a close look at it, unboxing it, de-strapping it. But this is definitely one that I would want. I do not want one in the Joyride box that looks similar to the Silver Screen box, the Johnny Lightning one. This one here in the flag box. And I don't want one of these cars loose either. It's got to be in the box where I could display it just like this. Don't ask me why, guys. I've already got a Silver Screen machines, I know, but what can I say? And does this ever look good, eh? Without all the crackles of light and everything here when I'm facing you guys now. Got a good camera without any crackles on the screen now on my front camera. So any new viewers just tuning in, in no way am I saying this is the best 1 of 18 scale. In no way is it screen accurate. I can show you guys when we unbox it how it's not screen accurate. It is an updated one with the tan interior, which is cool. I think some of them were black back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, the 118s. I know 124 scales came in black and tan. Johnny Lightning was doing them in tan as well. But it's just something about this box, and this being the OG car, like I said, I would not want it loose. I would want it in the box just like this. I would de-strap it, put this whole thing in an acrylic, and just sit on it. Okay, so I will read you the back of the box anyway. And I like this box too, just because it looks good. I don't know. It looks better than the Johnny Lightning one. Got some dust we'll have to clean up. Recreate the action and excitement of Dukes of Hazzard TV series with this authentic die-cast replica of the famous General Lee. The General Lee is without question the most famous car on television. The good old boys, cousins Bo and Luke Duke, race around Hazzard County, avoiding close brushes with the law in their indestructible 1969 Dodge Charger. This bright orange Southern Dirt Road Express with Confederate flag on its roof, racing numbers on its doors, and signature Dixie horn steals the show and is always the hero in the end. And part of the reason these are fetching such money, guys, is because of the flag. They don't sell them anymore. Well, Norev just sold the 1 of 43 scales. You guys seen those. We did a video on them. So this is from 2002, guys. Basically, Auto World Silver Screen Machines took a Dodge Charger, an ERTL Authentics casting. So this isn't an Authentics casting. They took an Authentics casting, which is the best of the best, and they turned it into a General Lee. And they got rid of all the small mistakes. I could show you a couple of the mistakes they made on this one. Okay, we're going to try the other tab. This box is nice shape, guys, so the tabs are tight. You got to make sure that you're not ripping them. Wow. Got it. Come on, you son of a bitch. Man, I'm just doing it a bit at a time so we're not... There we go. Okay. Hope you guys can see me okay. I got the window behind me thinking it's lighting everything up okay. I'll sit closer up here. I'm not sitting in my normal seat. I'm trying something different, guys. And again, any new viewers, it's okay to display these things loose, but keep them in a display cabinet or an acrylic. And always keep everything. Keep the base, keep the backing on the base, keep the box, keep any screws. The only thing that you're going to be throwing out is these straps here. Okay, it's got a strap on the hood because we know that the older ERTL cars, even the movie cars, they did not have opening trunks. Okay, so that's why there's no strap on the doors either, because these doors do not open, they're bolted shut. Okay, so I gotta get a little stubby. 1 second. So guys, for these here, I would not pay. I see people, these things get sold on Marketplace. I'll see them sell for $350. I personally would not pay that because to me, that's Silver Screen Machines General Lee money. I still do see them for that price, at least here in Canada. I seen one not even a month ago for, I think it was $3 or $350. Sold overnight. It wasn't anywhere near me, or because I was trying to get Dave to get it for himself, but it wasn't anywhere near us. But they are still around. You just gotta hunt them down. One of these, if you don't have a General Lee and see one for a good price, $200, whatever, grab it. And this could be your placeholder, and it'll keep you occupied and make you not pull the trigger too early, and you can wait till you get a super good deal on a Silver Screen Machines General Lee. Actually, you know the version of this I would love? They made one, and Glenn has it, that has the 1 of 64 scale General Lee blistered right here. If I could get one of those, I would love it, but those are a little bit harder to come by, so I would settle with one of these with a mint box. What's the most I would pay for one of these, guys? The most I'm paying for one of these right here in my hand is $250, and the box would have to look like it came out of the factory yesterday for me to pay that. I always tell people sometimes it's okay to pay a little bit extra if it's pristine, you know what I mean? it will entice me to do that. Like if it's something that's nice enough that I could take it and just put it right into an acrylic case. But yeah, I would not pay any more than $250, and it would have to be, like I said, the box would have to be cherry for me to do that. There we go, perfect size. So it's got 2 Phillips heads holding it down. And the cool thing about this is they thought to bolt the doors shut on this one. Some of them, I think the doors do open, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Some of them, people, they weren't glued too heavily and people got the doors to open. I'm not sure if it's glue or bolted, but I think it's glue, and some people managed to get their doors open. And it's still a good looking car, and it's gonna look great in glamour shots. Basically, this car in my hand, guys, this is the car that I have the chrome version of right here. In fact, the chrome one might show up in the glamour shots with this guy. See, even the backing, guys, I love that. It's got pictures from the show. I love that. Like, I love the auto world and everything like that, but this box, I just like it. It's got the whole old school pictures of the cast. Very cool. Put that on top of here. Okay, so de-strapping any new collectors, we try to do it from the bottom when we can. If you cannot do it from the bottom, you just have to be very careful. Sometimes you don't even need a knife. You can just grab the tab. Like this one has an end on it. I can probably grab it. Gloves make things a bit more difficult, but we don't like too many fingerprints. I might actually have to cut this. Oh no, okay. We got her. I was gonna say I might actually have to cut that off. Don't want to spoil under the hood, guys. Most of you guys have seen anyway. This is for people that haven't seen one, brand new unboxed. And I'll tell you guys offhand the upgrades that I know were made on the Auto World one. Second, guys, here. Need some fuel. Okay. So, no paint rash. You know what, guys? I can honestly say I've unboxed a lot of General Lees. I don't think I've seen any with paint rash. But then again, that is ERTL. Like I told you guys, ERTL and Maisto, I don't see a lot of paint rash. It's usually the higher end stuff that gets screwed up. So, right off the bat, if you look at this, guys, obviously the rims don't compare to the Auto World one, but they're not bad. I've seen somebody paint these, like fill them in a little bit, and they looked a lot better. This is not supposed to be here, around the wheel arch. The little Chrysler logo here, the Dodge thing, hold on, right here, that's not supposed to be there. Now, remember guys, we're going to see this in better light on the look-see set. One thing I will say about these guys is they took the extra step to put door handles on them. They're not actually painted on. They get knocked off real easy, okay? So you got to be very careful with those door handles. It's got the RT logo on the back that shouldn't be there. But again, at least it's got the tan interior now. And the flag and the font are off, obviously. The numbers on the door and that. But like I said, guys, if I didn't have one, And it's still on my list, and I have what's considered the best. And I still want one of these, mint flag box, mint enough that I could put it in acrylic and keep it on display in the box. I want to keep this displayed in the box. And it's the same thing as the ERTL bullets. I have the Auto Art Bullet Mustang, and I have the American Muscle Authentics 1 of 752 Dodge Charger, the unlicensed bullet, the real nice one with the Chase Me license plate. But I still would love an original ERTL Bullet Mustang and an original ERTL Bullet Charger, the silver boxes, mint boxes in acrylics. Would love it because it's original stuff, guys, and that stuff is starting to go up in value quite a bit. Some of the older stuff, some of the older, less detailed stuff is actually selling for more than its modern counterparts that are more detailed and stuff. I've seen it because it's naturally appreciated. So the ones from this era, trunk doesn't open, we know that. Okay, no opening trunk. We're okay with it. Doors don't open, being it's the General. They want to open. I think it's glue that they use on these, because I could force that passenger door open easy, but we're not going to do it. I think it does feel like glue. It doesn't feel bolted shut. I'm not going to get out the Auto World silver screen machines. Well, I'm not going to take it out of the box to compare the two of them because we've already done that. Now, for the best. You guys ready for plumbed and wired? It's not plumbed and wired. Actually looks a little bit nicer. I think this is a more updated version, but it's got the white reservoir and all that. I think some of the older ones just had less detail even than this. They had the silver cleaner on the top, but I could be mistaken, guys. I've seen a lot of cars. But the batteries filled in, the radiator cap, the alternator, not bad. Hood opens nice and it opens and shuts nicely. It's not the fancy hood hinges either like on the Auto World. It's got the ERTL ones, but the ERTL ones, you can't kill them. And there we go, guys. What do you say we have a look at this under the bright lights of the look-see set? I think it's time for court for this thing. What do you say? Nothing of interest on the bottom. Not bad though. Okay guys, let's go have a look at this under the bright lights of the gosh darn look-see set now that we got it de-strapped. Let's go! So without unboxing the silver screen, guys, you could see the difference in the numbers on the door even, right? Big difference in those rims, obviously. You could see the difference in the font on the door right away. See, but that's what I'm saying, guys. If you don't have one, it doesn't look terrible. And most people that don't eat, breathe, and crap this stuff like we do aren't going to walk by and say, oh, you should have got the Auto World. They're going to say, awesome, you got a General Lee. Where did you get that? To date, do you know the car that I get the most Facebook messages about from strangers asking how to get one? Take a wild guess what it is. That guy there, General Lee. The way it sits, I can tell once I put my bright lights on it, it's going to take real nice pictures. It's got the Rebel flag on the front and their license plate on the back. There's under the hood. We'll have that lit up better, of course. Seen better, but I've seen worse, I'll tell you. A lot worse. Chrome gear shift with a black boot. little bit of details, but pretty average. Oh, they got silver knobs and stuff, at least a couple. They got silver bezels. It's a good thing about the look-see set, guys. We can go right in the car. Look at this. We're right inside the General. Look. Just to show you guys the chrome, my chrome General. It's exactly based on this car. My box is different. My chrome General Lee didn't come in a flag box. It came in the Dukes of Hazzard, you know, that movie that was out with, can't remember who they were. It was early 2000s. I think it was Dukes of Hazzard, the beginning maybe. As you can see, they're pretty well identical, except one has a beautiful chrome finish. Speaking of chrome, we seen what looked like a guy trying to hustle another guy out of a chrome car today. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. Not often these guys are together. I'll definitely get some pictures of them today. Okay guys, I think you know what time it is. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let the dancers tell you guys in a second. And then when that's done, I'll tell you guys about, it looked like somebody trying to hustle somebody out of a chrome Starsky and Hutch car with ridiculous, I'll tell you guys about that when we're done. And I'll show you guys one of 6 scale Batmobile. I came across one of those scam videos on Facebook where they steal video from somebody and say that it's for sale, or lately they've been putting up pictures of like silver screen machine General Lees saying that they're $9.99 and all that stuff, one of those scams. It was the same type of thing. It was a video they stole off somebody. So what I did is I edited the person out of the video and just kept the car for privacy reasons. But it is a 1 of 6 scale Batmobile in all of its glory. We'll get to see a few, probably 30 seconds of that or whatever. And I'll tell you guys this story. Anyway, I'll let the dancers tell you what's going on. You see, guys, despite me always preaching about what the best one is, this still takes a nice picture from all the way back in 2001. Before the silver screen machines, this is what we had. And if you can't get an Auto World silver screen machines General Lee and have this, no big deal. It's a General Lee. The only such thing as a bad General Lee is, remember those old Maestos with the weird body-shaped Chargers? When people made those into customs? Horrible. Look at that. Even the interior's a little bit done. No denying it takes a nice picture though, guys. Oh, some bonus shots coming up. I guess my point is, whether you have this car as a placeholder or whether it's your permanent General Lee, it's a General Lee 1 of 18 scale and you have something collectible. And people that don't have it wish they did. Okay guys, before I say...
So Retro, the Batmobile, remember?
Oh yeah.
Retro, you claimed you had footage of a 1 of 6 scale 1966 Batmobile, and we had a deal. Show us the Batmobile, and I helped deal with the Centennial Night Scalper and the other sodomites.
And the sodom... Okay, you got a deal. I didn't know you were helping get rid of them too. Okay, here is the video. It's not my video, guys. Like I said, it was placed as a scam ad, so somebody stole this video off somebody else. I'm taking it, but this thing does exist, obviously. It is 1 of 6 scale. It does look pretty awesome. Check this thing out. Okay, the story I have for you guys, it's also a bit of a warning and a lesson, I guess you could say. So you guys know that we have several Chrome Chase movie cars here in the house. Chrome Chase cars, the movie cars are the ones worth more money, you know what I mean? Everybody wants a General Lee or a Batmobile in chrome or Starsky and Hutch, for example, what we're going to be talking about today. So a guy, I'm not going to mention any names, but a collector who I assume is new or doesn't know much about this stuff goes into Canadian 1 of 18 scale diecast collectors, Canadian 118 Canadian collectors, my favorite group. This is no fault on that group, by the way, guys. It's just somebody that mentioned, well, I'll tell you guys what happened. So, guy has a Chrome Chase Starsky and Hutch, which happens to be one of my favorites. We have one in the house here. They're gorgeous. Glenn has it. I don't have it. I seen one listed in, I believe it was Niagara Falls, somewhere down that way. It was either $325 or $350. And I ended up saying, if that's still around, I think it was at income tax time, I'm going to grab it. And it ended up selling by the time income tax time. But that would have been the big one for me, because that's one of my favorite Chrome Chases, guys. They look awesome, okay? So anyway, a guy has one of those and says, and he's asking, you know, what's it worth if I wanted to sell it? And Glenn tags me because I think Glenn's seen the play happening, because all of a sudden there's a guy saying, oh, well, I got this one here, and it's one of these, which is the Gold Barris edition. I got one of these and I paid $150 for it. I'll give you $200 right now for that Chrome Chase. The only reason is, like he said something like, only reason is I wanted to go with my gold one or something like that. I'm like, that gold car is $1,000 car. If you got it for $150, like that doesn't by any means mean that that's... You guys know what I'm saying. Like, he got very lucky with that car, because you guys, I don't have to tell you, I'm just guessing $1,000, but go on eBay and look up listings for one of these, the Gold Barris Edition Gold Chase. It's one up from the Chrome Chase that Glenn has that we're talking about, okay? There's 100 made, okay? 100. I believe the Chromes are 500 because I have a non-movie Chrome car. You guys know the one I have. It's actually a Torino as well, this guy. That's gorgeous, but it's not the striped tomato, and it actually has a serialized chassis, a number on the bottom, and it actually says the number out of 500. So there's 500 made of that. I have a feeling they made 500 when they did the movie cars as well, but I'm not positive, guys. But I do know the gold Barrises are 100, okay? So he's saying he got one of those for $150, and he's offering this guy $200 for a Chrome Chase Starsky and Hutch, and the box is mint, guys, mint. And I piped up. I wasn't rude or anything, but I had to say something. I kind of did it in a joking way. I said, wow, dude, I said, if you got a Barris Edition gold Starsky and Hutch car for $150, start the car and run. That is crazy. I'm trying to think of what that's the equivalent of. Like, you guys know that we've recently got an $80 Auto Art Bullet that was mint, right? And it had a box and everything. That blows that deal out of the water, guys. Like $150, if I could get one of those in my local area, I'd be selling shit. Like, if I didn't have the money, I'd be selling shit right away to get it. Like that, for $150, there's 100 made. You will never see that again, okay? But that guy is using that price point, and he knows he got away with, you know what I mean? Like, that's the deal of the century, not the deal of the week. And he was using that to kind of price this other one. He's offering him $200 for it, and I just thought, I don't know, guys, you know what I mean? That was very, very low price. I told the guy, I piped up and said, my friend, if that's mine, I think I said I would start asking $350 for it. For the Chrome Chase Starsky and Hutch car. You gotta think, General Lee's go for between 5 and 8. The Chrome that I just showed you, mine, they go for between $500 and $800. I've seen one sell for $850 on eBay, the same one. So the Starsky and Hutch car that sat around for a minute for $350, it was on there for a couple weeks or so. It didn't even sell right away for that, but it did end up selling. I know darn well I wouldn't go below 3. You know what I mean? 200 was a real lowball offer, and it's a name that I don't know the person, but it's familiar. Like, I see it in the group, so this is a guy that knows. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what he's doing. So I just thought that it was kind of, you guys know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to attack people, and that's why I'm not mentioning names. But just know what stuff is worth before you do that. And he kind of asked in a Shark Tank. Like, most of the guys in there are awesome, 99% of them. But it's like any group. There's always going to be people that are out for money. You know what I mean? And he got somebody offering him $200 for, well, hold on. Now, Glenn has the box, but we keep it in an acrylic just so we could display it. That is the ERTL Chrome Chase right there. I suspect they made 500, like I said, of these Chrome Chases. That's my suspicion, because all the Barris ones are 100. But one of those in a mint box, offering them $200. Like I said, guys, if I got one of those for $200 or seen one of those, not even the Barris one for $150. If I seen one of those for $2, I'd try to be flipping my own shit so I could buy it. One in that condition for $200, in a heartbeat I would buy it. And then I would post it as a deal of the week. So just be careful, guys, and always know your value. And if you want realistic values, like I said, marketplace. You could get to recognizing the ads. You'll see ads and say, oh, that was listed last week. You'll see what's moving and what's not moving. Keep an eye on what's moving and what's not moving, and what those average prices are. And that way you have that as a starting point instead of eBay, which starts way up here, if you know what I mean. $30 item is $60 plus shipping on there, for frick's sakes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I see you all on the live tonight. I'm going to get some beauty rest, and I'm going to make sure I don't look like the Shaggy DA, because I've got Dave's mom's memorial tomorrow. So this is going to come off. So if you come to the live tonight, you're going to see me looking like an idiot. But I don't want to go there looking like the Shaggy DA, so I got to do something. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope I see you tonight. Smash like for me. While you're at it, hit the bell notifications. And as always, guys, the most important thing, stay safe and happy hunting.